Hej, witam was serdecznie, z tej strony Kinezyna, a to jest kolejny odcinek The Dog Eye Klątwa Wron. Możemy się udać do Akademii. Teraz strażnik powinien nas wpuścić, ponieważ mamy list od króla.
Look, a royal charter. So, let me in already.
Not so fast. Indeed. The royal seal. All right then, birdcatcher. You may enter, but I'll remember your face.
There's still light up there.
W ogóle są wychodki.
A hole. It's not even one span deep. The circle of the 12 gods. I'll have to catch up on my prayers I've missed on my journey, but first I'll save Nuri.
Dobra, tak naprawdę nic więcej nie możemy tu szczególnie zrobić.
Firmly latched. Hello? No one's answering.
Musimy obejrzeć sobie te tabliczki, które tu są.
Why can't magicians just write in a common language? Undergast vivat, undergast criscat, undergast floriat. Why can't magicians...
Dobra, to wszystko jest tak właściwie to samo. A więc chodźmy tutaj. I kto tu jest?
You're alive! By Saturnav's empty gaze. I was convinced that the seer had sealed your fate.
The raven is the seer. He's got Nuri, but I've been to her world.
Slow down. Slow down. One thing after another. You're safe here for now.
What's new?
What do you want to know?
What did you experience?
The way to Undergast was cumbersome. Cursed crows and soulless fairy creatures. But look, I'm still alive.
What happened to your leg?
Oh, I've been bitten by worse. Shall I tell you about the fairy tooth I once found?
I haven't got time for that, Giacomo. Have you gathered all the knowledge we're looking for?
Well, According to Magister Gerona, the harp bears great chaotic powers of unknown origin. It seems impossible to destroy, and any attempt to play it results in death for humans.
I have a feeling this is just the beginning of my journey. Is there anything else you found out?
The harp is not only the source of the crow plague. Since Nuri has been playing it, it's been sending us a veritable tempest of crows.
If that's all you found out, we really have to find the harp now.
This, is something the Magistra hasn't noted anywhere, I'm afraid. There must be more records somewhere. But the library is huge and not well sorted.
We don't have time, Giacomo. We have to be faster in our search now. Tell me about those visions that plagued the Andergastians.
Madness is rampant. Hardly anyone can stand the dark visions of the future.
Is there any protection against them?
Well, I for one haven't slept in days.
But that can't be a permanent solution. Why does the seer send visions? Does he want to make everyone crazy?
I fear it might be worse than that. He's collecting all the dreams with the help of the harp to outwit Saturnav, in order to divine the truth about the future from the dreams.
He said he wanted to avert a catastrophe and doesn't want to die.
He must have seen his own death. He's challenging fate itself by combining the visions of thousands in order to know what will happen.
That's crazy, isn't it? Is that even possible?
I'm not concerned about his plans. It's his deeds that I'm worried about, and those cause death and destruction.
About something else. Ever since the attack of the crows in the royal chambers, I've had this recurring dream of the seer's execution.
Crows have made you dream of the seer? Very unsettling.
I was finally able to unravel this dream in the fairies' realm. The seer must have cast his own soul into the raven while he was on the stake. He used a magic ring for that. He's demanding it back from the king now.
The mysterious artifact of the seer that was salvaged from the ashes back then.
What do you know about this artifact?
What exactly do you want to know?
Do you know where the artifact is nowadays?
No magic could touch the ring. It could neither be disenchanted nor destroyed.
That's why the thing should be kept safe in the academy.
Magister Oakwood took care of it when the seer revealed himself the second time. I'll look in the library to see if there are any records left concerning that.
Who's Magister Oakwood?
The Vice-Chancellor of the Academy. Keeper of the Seer's Ring. He's locked himself in his study for days. You will find the chamber right next to the stairs in the hall, but he has locked the door using magic. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Who's Magister?
The Vice-Chancellor...
Dobra, to już pytałam.
Do you know how an exchange of souls can be done?
That's a difficult question, the answer to which is hidden between heaven and earth.
Please, Giacomo, explain it to me as simply as you can.
Well, all right. Every being has a magical element along with its physical existence. The astral body. Concealed deep within lies our soul, purportedly. With powerful magic, it might be possible to open up the astral bodies of two living beings and exchange their souls.
So the seer wants the artifact in order to get back into a human body?
One would imagine, yes.
Perhaps even the king's body.
What are you saying?
Just a thought. The seer is still captured in the raven's body. And what did Gwynling used to say? To catch a bird, you need two things. A proper net and the right bait.
Wait. This is dangerous.
Why? If the seer is so desperate for the ring, he might drop his guard.
Or we'll let him get his hands on the artifact and do exactly what we originally planned to avert.
Do you think you're telling me something I don't know? But we are not the future's slaves, and I don't see any alternative. I'll find this artifact for sure. About something else. I have to save Nuri. As long as she's playing the harp, the seer's tempest of the crows will never end, and soon she will be lost, beyond any hope.
By the name of Fabulon, I'll help you with all the knowledge I have, but you'll have to go alone. My injured leg would only slow you down.
I discovered the Dreamweaver's harp in Nuri's world.
The Dreamweaver's harp? Oh, I mustn't be jealous. Tell me about it. What did it do?
It helps to challenge evil dreams and overcome them. But for the Queen it brought dark dreams too. Dark dreams of the future.
Is that enough? I'm sensing the horrendous. The seer's harp summons the crows, and those bring dark visions to us humans.
Dark and dangerous fairy power.
Shadows are cast upon my life's work.
Dobra, to chyba już będzie wszystko. Potrzebujemy zabrać magiczne szkło.
The magnifier? Not at the moment, no. I'll bring it back when you're done. The handwriting of Magistra Dorota is so tiny.
Oraz tą karawkę.
You need to be of sober mind.
In vino veritas.
Yeah, sure. Write it down and hang it on the wall. Why can't magicians just... Quid est veritas?
What is truth?
I don't know. I don't really care at the moment.
Understandable.
Pro sapientia discera. Pro animum abstinera.
Pro regnum mori. Learn for wisdom. Restrain yourself for the spirit. Die for the kingdom.
I'd rather die for Nuri.
How about we all survive?
Ni discera zessa.
Never stop learning. Profound.
Dobra, to już wszystko, co możemy tutaj w sumie zrobić. Możemy jeszcze obejrzeć bibliotekę.
No man can read all that.
A to jeszcze mała jest Geron biblioteka. Tak, potrzebujemy zerwać to i wyjść przez okno. Jak widzicie, tu jest pokój tego maga, który jest tam zamknięty.
The way these boards are attached, they won't even keep doves from entering.
Mamy na szczęście coś, czym możemy te deski usunąć. W ten sposób dostaniemy się do środka.
Is this a young cave dragon? Well, I guess this is all in order.
To dla mnie wygląda bardziej jak krokodyl, ale spoko.
Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus. He scribbled this saying all over the place.
Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus.
His eyes look like he hasn't closed them for days. Magister Oakward? What? What's wrong with you?
All those faces. Thousands of shards. Hycinda, save my mind. Eos causa discimus. Eos causa discimus.
Nie mam pojęcia, co znaczy Discimus, czy co on tam
Are
mówi.
those magic spells?
Eos.
Tak, on cały czas będzie mówił to samo.
Die benevotant.
Ha! The gods won't help you now.
What?
Eos causa.
Ta, mówię, bardzo dużo się od niego można tak naprawdę dowiedzieć.
Something's written here about the beetle of Asmodeus. Whatever is put into it can never be retrieved by anyone but Master Asmodeus himself. But Master Asmodeus has been dead for years.
Tak, musimy wrócić tu. I mamy tutaj trzecią tabliczkę.
There must be a secret compartment behind it.
Dokładnie.
The tablet is wedged.
Myślę, że nóż powinien nam pomóc.
Looky here.
I mamy klucz. Chciałam jeszcze na chwilę iść do Giacomo. Bo jestem ciekawa, czy on może nam przetłumaczyć to,
We have to
co
talk.
ten mówił. O, właśnie.
What does Eos causa discimus mean? Magister Oakward keeps repeating this one sentence all the time.
Well, I can tell you that. It means, because of her, we learn. It's a well-known saying amongst scholars, and it refers to Hycinda, the goddess of wisdom.
What does the Magister mean by that?
By the imp's beard, I have no idea. Madness must have clouded his mind, too.
Dobra.
I'll be back.
Jak widzicie, mogło być, można było sobie tutaj iść do niego, przetłumaczyć.
Interesting. If I turn the word Eos upside down, the letters turn into numbers.
Dokładnie, jest to 5, 12, 1 i 3. Będzie to potrzebne do zagadki, która znajduje się na dziedzińcu. Najpierw musimy użyć klucza tutaj.
It could fit into this hole. Aha! So, what now? I hope this isn't just for kicks.
Tak.
Praetos, the chieftain of the gods, first among the deities.
I to jest właśnie ważne, ponieważ
What happens now?
Praios jest pierwszym bogiem i on służy jako, że tak powiem, pierwszy, którego należy wcisnąć ze względu na to, że jest właśnie pierwszym bogiem. Ale chcę najpierw... Chciałam tylko po prostu wam puścić o każdym bogu, co jest napisane.
Travia, loyal, caring, reliable, and a bit boring, but I didn't say that. The ruler of the realm of the dead. You won't get Nuri yet, but I'll send you the seer soon. The goddess of wisdom isn't too well revered in Andergast. Grim Fearon, I hope Gwynling found his way into your hunting grounds. The ever-changing lizard Ingval, called by the name of Tsar by some. Good luck and cunning. As yet, Fex hasn't left me. Perena blesses our crops. It's the blacksmiths who pray to Ingarim. The goddess of love. Why have you made everything so complicated?
Tak, i jak już mówiłam, musimy kliknąć na Praiosa, który jest jakby jedynką. Czekajcie, nie, inaczej. Od niego musimy po prostu liczyć bodajże, a klikać dopiero te, które są tutaj napisane. To w sumie to ma przecież sens. Czyli pierwszy, drugi, trzeci, czwarty, piąty, czyli ten. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Teraz pierwszy. I na końcu jest trójka, czyli ten. I w ten sposób otworzyły nam się schody. I co my tu mamy? Artefakt wróża w magicznej klatce.
What the devil? The cage of Asmodeus, to keep valuable or forbidden artifacts, surrounded by cumulative destroyer magic. Be very aware. Destroyer magic is conferred to every object or subject that comes into contact with the cage, whether directly or indirectly. Whatever falls into the cage cannot escape forevermore. Invisible threads of power hold the desideratum in the middle of the cage.
Okej, czyli musimy w jakiś sposób wydostać.
I never really understood why magicians wear those amorphous funnels on their heads.
Tak, bezkształtne lejki. To podpowiada, że można go użyć jako lejka, tak w sumie.
Norta's research seems to have revolved greatly around the wine cellar of the Academy.
Co jeszcze mamy? Magiczne szkło.
Is so much bigger behind this magic glass. The seer's wooden ring. The magicians have simply caged it like a bird.
Co ja muszę jeszcze raz przeczytać, co jest napisane na tabliczce? Dobra, no dobra, to cię parzy, to wiemy. Jeszcze raz poproszę tabliczkę.
The cage of Asmodeus, to keep valuable or forbidden artifacts, surrounded by cumulative destroyer magic. Be very aware. Destroyer magic is conferred to every object or subject that comes into contact with the cage, whether directly or indirectly. Whatever falls into the cage cannot escape forevermore. Invisible threads of power hold the desideratum in the middle of the cage.
No dobra, musimy zniszczyć dzban. I musimy wrzucić je do klatki. Tak, i teraz spróbujemy ten dzban.
No, not this way.
Tak, i teraz pierścień jest jakby w dzbanie. Musimy go jakoś wypłukać stamtąd, a więc użyjemy do tego wina. W ogóle nieźle wodoodporny ten kapelusz. I w ten właśnie sposób pierścień nam wyskoczył z klatki. Nieszczególnie im wyszło to chowanie artefaktu.
So much for your invincible cage.
Dobra. I to wszystko, co możemy tutaj zrobić. Musimy tu teraz wrócić do domu Gwynlinga. Naprawdę jest przygnębiające to miejsce. W ogóle jest dość ciężki według mnie klimat pod koniec, zwłaszcza te gry. Teraz tak.
Dokładnie.
Ale mamy coś, co sprawi, że słowa będą większe, więc Geron będzie w stanie to przeczytać.
Raven's Peak. What does that mean?
Tak, no więc zostaje nam iść do jedynego miejsca, z którego możemy się cokolwiek o tym kurczym dziobie dowiedzieć, a jest to biblioteka, w której jest Giacomo. Giacomo, coś znalazłam. Może chcesz się o tym dowiedzieć?
We have to talk.
Tak,
Does
kruczy
the
dziób.
name Raven's Peak mean anything to you? Gwynling scribbled that on his drawing of the harp.
That isn't the name of a mountain. Perhaps you'll find a hint in the ethnographic section of the library.
Okej,
I'll be back soon.
czyli musimy poszukać tak czy siak sami.
Way too many. No man can.
Myśmy musieli geografię w sumie poszukać tak naprawdę. Ale są tu też wiadomości o różnych rzeczach
The fairy
innych.
scholar has all the records concerning that matter. Ah, look here. In order to be safe from the magic of the fairies, paint the head of a piglet on your door. If only I had known that earlier. Perhaps I can find something about the seer's harp.
Don't bother. I've already rummaged through the whole shelf. Magistra Gerona didn't leave anything else.
Raven's Peak.
Tak, tu tego nie ma, bo
Raven's
to gdzie indziej
Peak.
miałam szukać.
Damn, there must be something to be found somewhere. Perhaps on a different shelf.
Dokładnie, ale chcę zobaczyć w ogóle, co tu jest.
Here's something about transmigration. It is said about dark druids that they can exchange their soul with that of an animal or even a human. Then they migrate from soul to soul and thus live many a year until their own soul goes to the unnamed. Some fairy folk are also said to have this talent, but those just do it for pleasure and so they play a joyful game with it.
Dobra. Popatrzmy, co jeszcze jest innego. Myślę, że to warto posłuchać, bo to też
Why
ciekawostki.
Andergast will prevail. May Andergast shine bright. Ephedon the First. There's the story about how he set forth with the heroes to challenge the seer 13 years ago, but he was wounded on the journey and had to be left behind. The 13th war against Nostria, the 14th war against Nostria. I don't have that much time. Rave.
Dobra, tu nie ma co szukać, bo tu nie ma.
Not a word about where this comes.
A, dobra, nawet coś było już. Dobra, nieważne.
There's a note about the seer. Regrettable is his death, considering the lost chance to observe the magic. How did he gather his knowledge of the future? Was he a druid or even a warlock? He seemed to use the power of fairy magic too. The examination of his remains did not reveal anything of value.
Dobra, i jeszcze jest matematyka, bo geografia to jest tam, gdzie musimy szukać.
Mathematics. Many crows make a swarm. I don't need to know more about it.
Nawet nie chciał matematyki słuchać, znaczy czytać.
Hundreds of books about Andergast and one about Nostria. About fairy worlds. Mighty strange to behold are the creatures of the other worlds, for it is reported that it is hard to tell if they walk on two legs, or if they're animal or plant, or hermetic noses.
Aha, no Hanę Pustelnika, dobra, bo to on dodał od siebie.
About Nostria. As flat and ugly as a place is the kingdom of Nostria. The common Nostrian angles in brackish ponds for salterelles. I know all that already. Raven's Peak, Raven's Peak. Here, the mountain Raven's Peak in the stone oak forest. And on this page, magician Dorota has drawn the way to the magic harp.
Excellent.
No, dostaliśmy achievement mur książkowy za przeczytanie wszystkiego, co się dało.
We have to talk. Look, Giacomo, the seer's ring.
by all the stars. In the meantime, I've read through more of the magician's analysis.
Do you know what exactly the thing does now?
Zinda have mercy on me. It really seems to swap the souls of two living beings. It's important to have a focus. The artifact has to be equipped with a part of the target's body.
The raven's feather, from my dream.
That's right. The target must be near the artifact too.
How does it engage the magic?
If you speak the word, the magic of the ring is engaged immediately. Alas, this says its magic is spent for the most part already.
What does that mean?
It can only be used once more.
Whose Magister Oak?
The vice.
No dobra, to już
will find
pytaliśmy.
he is
Punkt
What
skupienia.
exactly can be used as a focus?
You will need an actual part of the target's body. Hair, fingernails, blood. That associates the ring with the target person. The body part has to be conjoined with the artifact. Touch it, as it were.
Tak, u wróża się pojawiło... kurcze pióro wpadło
Do you know
tam.
how an exchange of souls can be done?
That's a difficult question.
Please.
Dobra,
Well, every being has a magical
to już było.
So this
One would imagine.
perhaps
What do you?
Dobra, inny
About
temat.
I'll be back soon. This is the artifact the seer escaped the flames with, and now his spirit rests in the body of a raven.
Zinda have mercy on me. It really seems to swap the souls of two living beings. It's important to have a focus. The artifact has to be equipped with a part of the target's body.
Okej. Ale jest jeszcze coś, co muszę zrobić, a on nie szczególnie chce to zrobić. Dobra, pogadajmy z nim jeszcze raz.
We have to talk. What do you know?
What exactly?
The seer?
Wait,
Why?
or we'll let him get his hands on the artifact.
Do you think you're... But we are not the future's about something else.
Dobra, muszę coś, wiecie,
I'll be
sprawdzić.
back soon.
Dobra, albo jestem
have to
ślepa,
What do you know?
What exactly do you?
ale zmień magiczne słowo, chyba to wcześniej nie
Would
było.
it be possible to change the ring's magic word?
You mean the trigger? Why do you ask?
We could render the ring useless to the seer and use it as bait instead.
Interesting thought. The analysis of the magicians say that this is possible. The original word has to be recited backwards, followed immediately by the new word to be implemented.
Have the magicians had any luck with this?
I'm afraid not. They never found out the seer's word.
In my dream, the seer mumbled one word when he changed souls.
Try to remember it.
It was Corvus.
Dokładnie.
Formidable. Now we can prepare the ring with our own magic word.
What magic word shall we choose?
It shouldn't be too personal a word, or else the seer will guess it. It shouldn't be too complicated so that we ourselves won't forget it. At best, it should be something that is uttered easily, but at the same time, something the seer doesn't expect from you.
How about Satinav?
That is a very good choice.
No nie wiem, czy
Zatyna
wróżby
Szolki.
się tego nie domyślił w sumie, ale
I'll
okej.
be back soon.
Jo, ale w sumie już możemy się z nim pożegnać.
We have to...
Tak.
I'm ready to go to the Raven's Peak to free Nuri. I'll bait the Raven with the artifact he so desperately wants. Then I'll kill him, or flee with Nuri.
I don't know, Geron. Certainly it is useless to him without the new magic word, but how do you want to set the trap for him?
He is a raven. I am a bird catcher. I'll come up with something.
I'd like to have your self-confidence. So, this is goodbye then. May the stars of the worlds and all the fairies' luck be with you.
Farewell.
Farewell. and keep away from the harp's strings. Touching them destroys the human spirit.
Thanks for your help, Giacomo.
Papa Giacomo, nie daj się zabić.
They say time heals all wounds, even its own. But Geron's time had almost entirely run out. Fate, destiny, doom. He didn't bother with such thoughts anymore. The end of his journey lay before him.
I'd better lay low.
Dokładnie, są tutaj te wróżki całe, smutne. Musimy wejść na górę najpierw.
Completely frozen.
Skoro jest zamarznięty, to go odmraźnimy.
Very good. The ice is coming off. Now it should be working.
To jest w ogóle martwy koń.
It can't have been dead for long. This is a knight's horse. The foreleg is branded with the oak of Andergast. Sephiron will understand. This piece of skin should suffice.
No tak wygląda... Aha, skin... Aha, skóry, dobra. No trochę mu wyrywałeś, tak?
Now it should be working.
No tak, udać tylko, że...
And the bolted lever that locks into the cogwheel has been removed.
Tak, nie mamy dźwigni. Tak naprawdę.
Without a bolted lever locked into the cogwheel, I can crank all I want.
Tak. Ale w tym momencie pocisk nam się akurat nie przyda.
It can't have been
dobra, ale tu jest... Aha, dobra, mięso.
Sephiron.
Co, mięsa nie potrzebujemy, tak? No dobra, musimy jakoś ich odwrócić uwagę, ponieważ teraz nas zobaczą. Czego nie chcemy, na pewno.
I'd better lay low. This is for you, Raven.
Wiecie, to nie jest dobry pomysł na pęknięty lód wchodzić. Ale co ja tam wiem, nie? Dobra, musimy wziąć... A to jest ta, przy której byliśmy. Dźwignię z tej katapulty. Po prostu wystarczyłoby, wiecie co, lód...
Today I'll be your curse. That's all my powers can do.
Właśnie, on już więcej nie jest w stanie zrobić. Sam, niestety, swoją siłą. Gdzie jest ta dźwignia? Tu.
The lever goes with this cogwheel.
Okej, naciągnijmy katapultę. Właśnie, jeszcze mięso potrzebuję wziąć jednak. Będzie mi potrzebne.
I don't need any more.
Coś ty biednemu konikowi zrobił, znaczy on już i tak nie żyje, więc w sumie wszystko mu jedno.
Unfortunately, the sling is missing.
Nie ma miski na pociąg. Na pociąg? Jaki pociąg? Na pocisk.
These will have to do for one single shot.
Dokładnie. Nie, mięsem nie będziemy rzucać. Będziemy rzucać mięsem w nich. Może sobie pójdą.
I always wanted to do that.
Zobaczmy, czy trafiliśmy. Tak, utopili się. Potrzebujemy pal ofiarny, który tu jest, zabrać ze sobą.
no one is ever going to sacrifice to you ever again, seer.
Dokładnie. Potrzebujemy tego kilka w
Nuri, I'm
całości.
coming, and then the raven will decorate this pole.
O właśnie, to w ogóle jest Nuri. Ja tego nie zauważyłam w tym momencie. Widzicie, to jest harfa i jest na niej Nuri.
This horrible humming. My mind can't take it for long, but I have to push on. Nuri, she's still alive.
No, niby żywa, ale to w sumie szczerze średnio wygląda.
I don't even want to know what's buried there.
Dobra, jeśli
Those
pójdziemy
beasts
dalej,
guard the way to the harp.
to te kruki nam nie pozwolą, czy te wrony nie pozwolą nam przejść.
I mustn't get near them, or else I'll be lying beside this skeleton soon.
Ale możemy...
Very well, but what will I sacrifice to the beasts? I'm reluctant to cut off my own hand.
Trzeba by było to byś sobie odciął, ale mamy na szczęście mięso konia. Zobaczmy, czy zadziała. Zadziałało, przyleciały tu.
Nuri!
No i niestety dorwali nas. Dobra, mamy tu złamany nóż. Złamany się nam nie przyda.
Can't reach it. Damn! Not this again.
Tak naprawdę...
Why can't this damn icicle be above the creature instead of this skeleton? My arm... How am I supposed to reach that?
No nie jesteś w stanie. Dobra, no tak naprawdę no wyboru mamy wielki. Więc tak naprawdę to jedyne co możemy zrobić.
Why must everything always be out of reach?
No już masz ten, tutaj kość, to już byś mógł mieć w zasięgu.
Let go of me. How am I supposed to reach that?
A jednak dosięgnąłeś.
Got it.
No i teraz
This is for you, meat fly.
użyj noża na nim. Brutalnie się zrobiło.
Nuri.
Nawet bardzo brutalnie się zrobiło. Koniec. Biedna Nuri jest właściwie przyczepiona do tej harfy.
Nuri. Nuri.
Who are you?
I nas nie rozpoznaje.
Can't you see me? It's me, Geron.
Gerona? The harpers called you here, like the birdman said.
Yes.
I wanted to paint a green sky for you, but the sounds of the harp make every color black.
I'll take you away from here. Somehow.
Oczywiście wróż nie da nam tak łatwo odejść.
Don't bother, bird catcher. There is no salvation. Nuri and the harp are one.
Seer.
Yes. It's a shame that I am who I am, that I see what I see, and that I have to do what has to be done.
You are asking for sympathy?
I am not heartless, Night Hare. I'm just taking what was meant to be mine.
And what, pray tell, is that?
I was once promised eternal life, but all I got was the prospect of a painful death. But this cannot be my fate. The gods have one more task for me to fulfill. There is a reason why I was blessed with the gift of second sight. That's why I mustn't die.
But die is what you will do. I'll pluck you and then stuff you.
think about your next step wisely, birdcatcher. It doesn't have to end here. Don't you understand? Nuri is just the fabric your dreams are made of. The magic bird that vanishes as soon as you reach for it. Down there, real life is waiting for you. The herb girl will give you many children. Children that no fairy would have ever born for you. What do you say? Don't you want to give me anything in exchange for that? Didn't you bring what belongs to me? Give me the artifact, and I'll let you go.
Oczywiście nie możemy mu tak po prostu dać artefaktu.
What did you do to Nuri? Let her go. Torture me if you need a sacrifice.
You cannot save her anymore. The harp has consumed her. Every attempt to free her would mean her death.
I niestety to, co on mówi, jest prawdą, czyli Nuri nie możemy wyciągnąć z tej harfy, ponieważ już są razem.
Indeed. Wouldn't that be sweet irony? But why would I want to be a bird catcher when I could be king?
That's what this is all about. You want to minion over Andergast.
Andergast? No. I will reign over a realm of dreams. 1,000 shards of dreams reveal the future to me. And then I'll forge it after my own will. And finally, I will be immortal. Well?
No, no. There must be another way.
Useless thoughts, Nighthair. I've long since seen your decision. You will extend your hand and give the ring to me. It can't be changed. The artifact? Give it to me!
Tak, tak, dostanie swój artefakt, czyli jego wizja będzie prawdziwa. Ale najpierw potrzebujemy...
You cannot save her. Nuri is part of the harp now.
Na chwilę Nuri.
Don't give up, Nuri. I'm sorry I lied to you. I wanted to save you.
Don't worry. Imps lie quite often too. And I like imps.
Oh, how heartwarming.
You'll be free soon. Then you'll fly, free like a bird, soaring up to the skies. Somehow I'll get the harp to let you go.
But I am the harp. And if I stop playing, everything will break apart.
I have to go now.
No. Please stay.
The Birdman wants you to be alone.
No. No.
So that I don't distract you.
No. I don't want to be alone. I have played for so long. I wanted you to come here. The Birdman promised me.
O, biedna Nuri płacze.
You'll be laughing again soon, Nuri. I promise.
I właśnie tego potrzebujemy. Potrzebujemy jej łez.
The focus. I'll use Nuri's tears as focus for the artifact. The same way the seer used the feather to project himself into a raven's body.
Pokonamy wróża jego własną bronią.
Very well. Here, take your crown. Wear it for as long as you live. And now, you never meant to let me go, right?
Be mad at the gods, Nighthair, not me. Every lot they foist upon us seems so unfair, doesn't it? But what do your woes or those of a fairy mean compared to all the lives I could save?
Let me make a prophecy for you. You will fail and meet your death. The doom that I am supposed to bring only affects you. Your time is up.
Time? What do you know of time? Time is the fire in which we burn. Once the original gods shattered the mirror of the cosmos, which showed the future. Tonight, I'll reassemble the shards.
The Keeper of Time will punish you for your heresy.
The Keeper of Time?
The 13-horned, the chained giant.
Do you still not understand, birdcatcher? The 13-horned has no dominion over me. There is no Keeper of Time. There is no Satinaf.
Wypowiedział słowo. Taka harfa nie mogła być dotknięta, struny nie mogły być dotknięte przez człowieka.
Was free, and Gerona returned to Andergast with her. No one there even knew of his great deed, but he didn't mind. The crows had vanished, and so had the dark dreams, and soon the land fell into a blissful sleep again.
I w ten właśnie sposób kończy się ta historia. Według mnie naprawdę fajna, lubię ją i to jest dość smutna historia. To jak się skończyło, to że w sumie uratowaliśmy Nurię, ale tak naprawdę została krukiem. No i co? Ja mam nadzieję, że wam również się podobało, że oglądaliście z przyjemnością. Ja was teraz, moi znudzeni wędrowcy, pozdrawiam bardzo serdecznie i do usłyszenia w kolejnych seriach. Cześć!